All right, picture this. Your team's legendary coach, the one who gets you on your feet, fist pumping the air after every goal, suddenly ditches your club to head up your arch rivals.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's gotta sting, right? Well, that's the buzz in the football world. Jurgen Klopp, the man who brought Liverpool back from the brink, is now the big cheese-at, of all places, Red Bull.
Not just coaching either.
Exactly. Overseeing everything football for them. And look, whether you follow football religiously or just catch the World Cup final, this whole thing speaks volumes.
It cuts to the heart of it, really, doesn't it? Big money versus, well, the soul of the sport.
And Jurgen Klopp's right in the middle. So, to get into all this, we're joined by expert name who knows this world inside and out.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Now, to really understand the magnitude of this Klopp move, we got to talk about German football. It's a whole different ballgame, right?
You said it. Especially when you look at fan ownership. It's huge over there. Deeply ingrained in their footballing DNA.
Totally foreign concept for us here in the States. We're used to billionaires calling the shots, right?
Right. Whereas in Germany, they've got this thing called the 50+1 rule.
The 50+1 rule, yeah. Break that down for us. What's the deal with that?
It's kind of revolutionary when you think about it. Basically, in most clubs, it's the fans, the supporters in the stands, who hold the majority voting rights.
Wow.
Yeah. It gives them a real voice, a say, in how their beloved team is run.
So it's not just about wearing the scarf and chanting. They're actually making decisions, impacting the club at the highest level.
Absolutely. Think of it this way. If the club wanted to, say, double ticket prices, something we see all the time over here.
Sadly, yeah.
With the 50+1 rule, the fans can hit the brakes. They can say, nope, not happening. We want to keep the stadium accessible to everyone.
That's amazing. Talk about fan power. So I'm guessing this is where Red Bull ruffles some feathers.
Bingo. They enter the Bundesliga, Germany's top league, with RB Leipzig. Yeah, and they're often seen as like the antithesis to this whole fan ownership model.
Because they're backed by, well, Red Bull, a massive corporation.
Exactly. They technically follow the 50+1 rule, but...
There's always a but.
Yeah.
Right.
They've got a tiny group of voting members, most with direct ties to, you guess it, Red Bull.
So it's like they're finding loopholes in the system.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is why they often get called out, labeled as a marketing ploy rather than a genuine community team. They even had to get creative with the name, right?
Oh, right. Rasenball Sport Leipzig.
Because straight up Red Bull Leipzig would go against league rules on corporate branding.
Sneaky, sneaky. I see why fans wouldn't be thrilled. It's their passion, their history, potentially being used to sell energy drinks.
It's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of fans. You grow up supporting a team, and suddenly it feels like it's been, I don't know, commercialized?
Yeah, it's like your favorite band selling their music for an advert. Sells out, man.
And it's not just the Red Bull thing in isolation. This whole situation raises a bigger question. How much corporate influence is too much?
Right. Where does it end?
Is it going to trickle down to how young players are developed? Will long-term strategies be driven by profit margins instead of, what's best for the club's legacy, the fans?
Big questions. And now we've got Jurgen Klopp stepping into this. Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Right.
I mean, the guy's practically football royalty.
Beloved by fans.
Yeah, known for his passion, his connection with the supporters.
Almost like a spiritual leader for some.
Seriously. And Red Bull brings him in not just to coach, but to run the whole show. And gotta admit, it's a power move.
Oh, without a doubt. It's a PR masterstroke.
Yeah.
They're trying to soften their image, show they value the fans, the traditions. Hey, look, we got Klopp.
Yeah, but is it enough? I mean, the guy's basically football royalty, and he's chosen to work with, well, the corporate bad guys of football.
The backlash has been, shall we say, passionate, especially from the Borussia Dortmund fans.
Oh yeah, Klopp's old stomping ground. He turned them into a powerhouse.
They worshipped the ground he walked on in Dortmund.
So for him to go to their rivals, the poster child for corporate football...
Yeah.
That's gotta sting.
It's seen as a betrayal, like he's abandoned everything he stood for.
This is way more than just a coach changing teams. This is deeper, isn't it?
It really is. It forces us all to think about our values, our own relationship with the things we love. What are we willing to compromise on? Can we stomach our passions like sports being molded by big corporations?
Big questions for all of us, not just in football, but in every sport. Makes you wonder, could something like Germany's 50+1 rule, with fans having that much power, ever work elsewhere?
Right.
Or is that level of fan control just incompatible with how modern sports work, with all the money and the sponsorships? Things to ponder. This whole Klopp and Red Bull saga is far from over.
Definitely one to watch.
Absolutely. Thanks for breaking it all down for us.
Happy to be here.
And to all our listeners, keep the conversation going. Let us know your thoughts. Is Klopp's move a betrayal? Can fan power really win out in the age of big money sports? Hit us up on social media. We want to hear from you.